22, Thomas Muster, blitzed yesterday. Kafelnikov ushered out also. Ivanisevic exited. Courier failed. Enquist beaten yesterday. That leaves Andre Agassi and Michael Chang. This is the Great American Insurance ATP Championships. Stop number 6 on the Mercedes Super 9 Tour. 9 of the top 10 players came. 2 are left. In the final today, Andre Agassi takes on Michael Chang, both of the USA. Friendly hello, everybody. Cliff Drysdale here alongside the fiery one, Fred Stolle. We have 2 players here, Fred, who are playing just great tennis at the moment. Starting with Andre Agassi, who's had a very up and down year, but this week, after the Olympics, he's been very focused.
He brought Olympic gold with him, Cliff, and that'll do it for you. And also a challenge. Agassi loves a challenge. That challenge came in the way of Thomas Muster. There were words said at the start of the year when Muster was #1 in the world because he played a lot on clay. They came to Agassi's home turf here on the hard courts, and he answered. He delivered, and how he delivered.
He did indeed, Fred. It was a challenge yesterday. It'll be another challenge today because Michael Chang is playing great tennis at the moment. Started out this year winning the Newsweek after he got to the final of the Australian. Then he slipped a little bit, but he's back.
Well, he went to Europe, didn't play so well on the clay, lost first round at Wimbledon in 4 sets, a tough one to Alberto Costa. He was disappointed in that performance. Since then, has not lost a match. So we're going to see a great one today because this is the same final as we had here last year.
True enough, and Patrick McEnroe is going to get a closer look than we because he's at courtside. Patrick.
Absolutely perfect conditions today, Cliff. Beautiful weather, nice and calm, no wind, not even much sun, cloud cover. Both players incredibly focused today. I saw both of them before the match. Michael Chang seems very positive. Actually, Cliff, he said to you, thanks for calling against me last night against Enquist. He said it motivated him more. And Andre Agassi, I said, Andre, what's the key today? He said, I'm just going to come out and play my game. He's feeling so confident. He said, I'm going to bring my stuff today. And he said, let's see if Michael has an answer for it.
Patrick, thanks very much. Jennifer Scroggins of the Cincinnati Enquirer said in this morning's paper, computers can gauge point systems and win-loss records. They cannot account for momentum. Both of these players have momentum going into this championship match at the ATP. It's Chang and Agassi.
Future is ready for Rado. And
you? Here it comes. The NFL is back.
Bring it on, baby!
Now, Sports Illustrated pumps you up for the 1996 NFL season.
I'm ready. I'm psyched.
With the all-new NFL Team Kickoff Kit.
Let's roll.
Pick your favorite teams.
Steelers.
Cowboys.
49ers, baby.
And you'll get an exclusive NFL Pledge Allegiance t-shirt and your team's official 1996 video yearbook, both free with your paid subscription.
Free.
Your 100% cotton Pledge Allegiance team logo t-shirt is made exclusively for SI.
Oh, yeah. I love it. Can I keep it?
And with your official 1996 team video yearbook, you'll get your kicks in 96. Get both absolutely free when you order 54 issues of Sports Illustrated for only $1.48 an issue. Save over 55% off the cover price. Use your credit card.
Hey, this is the best.
Get your Team Kickoff Kit from Sports Illustrated and nowhere else. Get into it.
ESPN and the ATP Tour proudly present the ATP Championships. Brought to you by Mercedes-Benz, where safety, reliability, performance, and value are never optional. Every time Andre Agassi gets out there, there's electricity in the air, isn't there? There's an excitement at this point. 11,000 plus spectators will enjoy watching him take on Michael Chang in a repeat of last year's final. He's 26. He's from Las Vegas. That's where he was born. That's where he will continue to live. I think he'll be a Vegas boy forever. Current ranking number 7 in the world. He has been number 1, Fred, and may get back there, wouldn't you think?
Well, it's tough to say that, Cliff. He's got a lot of points to defend this in the coming months to get back up to number 1. But this is going to be an interesting confrontation because we know both these boys, the best part of their game is the return of serve. However, I think it's he who serves the best today is going to win. If you have a look at the stats throughout the tournament, on first serve points won, Chang has won 83% when he gets that first serve in. He's ranked 4th in that department. And Andre Agassi, when he gets it in, he's tied at 23rd. He wins 72% of them. So Chang's serve has really improved as you look at how old Michael Chang is, his weight, where he lives.
Henderson, Nevada, by the way, is just about 15 minutes from the Las Vegas airport, so it's kind of
he's there for taxes and a bit of fishing, yeah.
the amount of money that he's made.
Look at that. He needs to be there for taxes.
Tom Rossi's agent was up here, and I can guarantee you that his career earnings of $12.6 million at least doubled, maybe tripled on off-court exhibition matches and endorsements. So he's got a few shekels in the bank, that's for sure. So does Andre Agassi, of course. Both have played wonderful tennis. 14 wins in a row, 2 titles, Washington and Los Angeles. Took out Wimbledon champion in the Los Angeles final. And as for Andre Agassi, he won the Olympic gold medal for the USA.
I think that has really helped him. We've talked about that quite a lot. He's been on a roller coaster ride the last 3 or 4 years. If you track Agassi's career, one year he gets up when he's not seeded, he comes through and wins the US Open, and he's the first American to win the gold since Vinnie Richards back in 1924. But this year he has not played particularly well, and we've criticized some of the efforts that he's given us in Europe. But the Olympics got him going, and he came here with a purpose.
On any given day, Fred, let's talk straight talent now. Forgetting the fact that he sometimes doesn't give it 110%, Andre Agassi I'm talking about. On any given day, he's got to be in the top 3 players in the world, yes or no?
When he's playing well.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, at Wimbledon, I interviewed all the players at Wimbledon that looked as though they were playing well and said, well, who else do you think's going to do okay here? And they all said, don't count Agassi out. I said, what do you mean? He's played 5 matches since the Lipton. He's lost all 5. How can you put him up there? And they said, well, you never can tell with Andre because he doesn't need a lot of practice. If he's striking the ball in the middle of the racket, then he is dangerous on the return of serve.
What do you think, Patrick?
Well, Andre, like you guys said, we've been saying all week, his motivation seems to be back. And with each match so far this week, he's got more and more confidence. That tough 3-set win over Kafelnikov, destroying Mooster yesterday. And this morning, he was just oozing with confidence when I talked to him. He said, look, I'm going to come out. I'm going to play my game. If Michael can handle my stuff, maybe he's got a chance. He says sometimes Michael's able to disrupt things a little bit. He's so competitive, so feisty. Andre just seemed really confident today.
He used to beat Chang pretty badly when we used to do the events in Atlanta on the clay there, the early stages. Not the same right now, though.
First point, best of 3 sets championship match, the ATP.
That's exactly what I was talking about with Michael Chang. I think last match he served very, very well with Enquist right down the tee, right over the top of the net, the lowest point of the net. You'll find him do that a lot today. Again, the same serve, right over the low part of the net, and it sets up the big forehand.
Played a lot of times together, these two Indian Wells, against each other, I should say. It was the last time Chang won that one. Excellent match. And before that, Chang beat him in the semi-final of the Australian. Not an excellent match. Agassi came with only half his game that day. Remember, Fred, it was a windy day, and he just wasn't there. When Agassi was a junior, he stayed at Michael Chang's place when they lived just a stone's throw away from the La Costa Resort out in Southern California. 30-15. They've known each other since they were knee-high to a grasshopper, both of them. That'll sail, game point Chang.
Both of them, as far as average time on the court, average time of each match, Chang has been 1 hour and 36 minutes, Agassi 1 hour and 31 minutes. So they've done a pretty good job on average over the week.
Number 3 in the world, and he's not that far behind Thomas Muster, who's number 2. Muster, in turn, not that far behind the number 1 player in the world, Pete Sampras. This race for number 1 is getting closer and closer. Chang's playing his 4th consecutive final here. He won it 2 years ago, he won it 3 years ago, and in the final last year he lost to Agassi.
This is Agassi's trademark, and he, on the clay courts years ago, he used to hammer that type of a shot against Chang and beat him badly. Chang has improved his footwork, improved his strength, and also improved his serve. But that's how Agassi beat Muster yesterday. He literally hit him off the court. So from 40-15, it looked as though it was going to be a comfortable first game for Chang. He now faces a break point.
It's Agassi who gets it. 1 game to love in the first. That may tell a tale for the rest of this match. We'll find out.
For years, ESPN has been working to improve sports for the fan.
With this new helmet, ESPN commentators can interview a batter while he's at the plate. Slugger Mickey Mantle demonstrates.
Hey, Mick. Can you hear us, Mick? Is this distracting?
Boycotted by players, the helmet did lead to a breakthrough in coverage for all sports. ESPN Net Sports Zone. With Peter Gammon's baseball column, player profiles, everything you need to be a better fan. ESPN Net Sports Zone. Technology for you.
From August 10th through the 18th, don't miss the champions of tennis at the Pilot Pen International. Kafelnikov, the French Open, a champion. Krajicek, Wimbledon, a champion. Plus some of the hottest players on the ATP Tour, including Malavia Washington Wimbledon finalist, Jim Courier, Michael Steek, Mark Rosé, Marcelo Rios, and many more. All at the Connecticut Tennis Center in New Haven. Just call 1-888-99-PILOT and reserve your seats today.
Sellout crowd today, over 11,000, as I said, can be accommodated in this ATP stadium. In fact, a few more than 11,000. They say there are 10,500 seats, but they sell more than that every session. Record crowds for the ATP, record crowds at the Lipton, record crowds at the Newsweek. Tennis is on the rise again, my friends. And it is nice to see. Andre Agassi has a lot to do with that, in my opinion.
Well, they're all Mercedes Super 9s as well, so you've got the top players in the business playing in them. 9 out of 10 of the top players here. Becker, the only one absent because of injury.
Along those lines, the increase in ball and racket sales in the first quarter this year, according to the Tennis Industry Association, 12% increase in tennis participation nationwide.
Agassi did a good job to pick that one up. It hit the top of the tape, caught him by surprise as it hits the net and just flicks up, and he cannot get that one over Agassi's head. Good wheels.
Big serve. Agassi has his serve improved over the years, Patrick. I mean, is Agassi's serve a lot better than it was, say, 3-4 years ago?
Well, you know, it's so interesting, the differences in these two guys. I think it has improved. He mixes up his serve a lot more. Chang, we see, has made a conscious decision to go for more on the first serve. There's Andre comes up with that big serve when he needs it. He seems to think a little bit more about his serve. Sometimes he spins them in. Sometimes he goes for the big one. I think Chang's made a decision, as we saw in that first game, going always for the big serve down the middle, trying to get a couple extra free points. Different philosophies from two guys who play fairly similar games.
Game point, Agassi. Chang didn't look like he even played it because he thought it was long, but no call. Norm Chris didn't overrule in the chair, and so the game goes to Agassi. It's 2 games to love. One of the really great things about the sport, men's tennis at this stage, is that who knows who's going to end up the year #1. Pete Sampras has these last 3 years. He's trying to do it again, but he's got Muster on his heels. He's got Chang. He's got Kafelnikov, who wins the French Championships this year. Becker wins the Australian. Even Izvich started out well and then faded, and Agassi can always come back. Krajicek won Wimbledon.
These guys got great foot speed around the court. You've got to give Chang a slight edge there, but as I mentioned earlier, I think the serve is going to be a big part of this match. Look at this rally here.
I got to tell you guys up there, these guys are just smoking the ball. Being right here at courtside is just tremendous. Andre is hitting the ball so hard and so deep.
Talk about the first set. Fred, it's Agassi's to win or lose this match, isn't it?
Well, he's going to be the one that'll take it to Chang to start off with. But then again, with the Enquist match yesterday, you saw Chang come back and take it to Enquist as well. So it'll be an interesting confrontation as it goes on, because Chang will change his game.
That's another ace from Chang. Do you remember how Chang took out Pete Sampras in Frankfurt last year? Fred, talk about changes game.
Yep. That's why look at the aces here as far as Chang is concerned. He's averaging 6 aces a match this week.
Didn't used to be a factor in his game, and it is now.
And it's so close. The reason I think the return of the serve is going to be an important part, because the return of serve, both these boys are tied at number 6 as far as the fellows are concerned on return of serves, winning points on second serve. So they get a few cheapies, it helps.
Who is better in those statistics than these two? Fred, would you tell me? You got that number? Chang is on the scoreboard, 2-1 Agassi in the first set. This is best of 3 for the championship here at the ATP. We're in Mason, Ohio. Break time.
The best tennis players in the world play on the ATP Tour. And like all great competitors, they disagree on just about everything. Which tournaments to play, surfaces, line calls, playing styles, even which language to argue in. But there is one thing they do agree on. The ball. The Penn ATP Tour ball. Bringing harmony to professional tennis.
Agassi is seeded number 6 in this championship. Chang number 3, but I would think that there are more people here think that Agassi is going to win it than think that Chang will. They have very similar records, don't they? Just about the same number of wins. They're about the same age. As I said, they played against each other as juniors, very young juniors, about the same number of titles. And look at it. I mean, it's very, very similar. Agassi has more titles than Chang.
They're both coming here on a streak, too. Chang is probably a little bit more important than Agassi as far as that's concerned, because he has not lost a match since losing that first round match at Wimbledon. He's won 14 matches in a row, and Agassi is up around about 10, including his performances at the Olympics.
He took out Sergio Bruguera of Spain in the final in Atlanta. Chang beat Richard Krajicek in Los Angeles in the final.
This one stays very low, and it forces Agassi to take one hand off the racket. He's got to really lean forward. This one nearly hits the ground twice, and that slice backhand approach is not one of his strengths.
15 all.
Of Chang's strategy today. You see him keeping the low slice, as you said, Fred, hitting some high looping balls, and then there he was able to get the short backhand and take it quickly down the line. He's really trying to mix up the pace against Agassi. Because we know he's certainly not going to be able to out-hit him. Nobody can.
will to win, which Andre Agassi doesn't have. Guys like Thomas Muster and Michael Chang. Anybody else you can think of up there, Fred? I mean,
they're the two best at it, aren't they? In the top 10.
30.
He doesn't like that one, that he has to really create his own pace, and Patrick Agassi's thrown in a couple of three-quarter pace balls to jump up that high forehand. I think that's a weakness of Chang's, where he tries to overextend, tries to do too much with this one because he has to create his own pace.
Shot was a little short and it had some topspin on it, so I guess it was easy meat for Chang. But look at this, Fred. He had to be very precise.
These guys have played one another so many times. Chang doesn't even move out of that corner when he gets that half-court ball because he knows that Agassi's going to come back there. He set himself for the passing shot, hit it beautifully. That's what happens when you've played one another so many times from the juniors. Invariably, you anticipate a lot more shots.
Final, sorry, Fred, in 14 tournaments this year. It's a heck of a record.
That's the slight edge that Agassi has. I think when he gets that shot, he can generate just a little bit more pace, as he did on that two-fisted backhand, just a little bit more than Chang does, and it forced Chang to take a hand off that racket on the backhand side.
That's an ace in the game. Don't you think he hits the ball flatter too, Fred?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
He's going to hit more winners from the baseline than Chang is, isn't he? Who's the quicker one of the two, Patrick?
Well, I think there's no question Chang's faster. I mean, but Agassi has great footwork, and Agassi doesn't have to run as much as Chang does. I think that's why we see Chang going for more big first serves. He's got to work harder when they get in the ground swings rallies than Andre Agassi does. Whoa! Agassi's hugging the baseline, always trying to be aggressive, and that makes Chang work that much harder.
Took a breather and went fishing in Alaska with his whole family. Took a kayak out to a boat and spent a lot of the day out there fishing for all kinds of stuff. They were very successful. And since that time, he has come back with a vengeance.
Caught some pretty good fish, apparently. He loves to fish.
Agassi spent a lot of time in Las Vegas after losing at Wimbledon. Brad Gilbert said they worked out hard together.
Well, he must have, because remember at Wimbledon, Andre had a little bit of a belly there, didn't he? He was a little bit overweight, and he seems to be in great shape now. Really played himself into shape at the Olympics, and now he's right where he was last summer at this time when he just dominated the summer season.
Last year, Agassi lost the semi-final of Wimbledon to Boris Becker in a big surprise because he's got a great record against Becker. Then he wins Washington over Edberg. He wins the Canadian over Sampras. He wins here over Chang. He wins, let's see, then he wins New Haven over Krajicek and then loses to Sampras at the final of the U.S. Open. An amazing record.
Terrific summer. That's smart play, but he missed it. That was a great play from Chang, but just a little long. Agassi drilled it down to the opening, and he had to hustle. Look at this, a real moon ball. It's very short. Agassi's forced to go. Now he's got to hustle back cross-court because he was outside the singles alley. Chang tried to go back in behind him, just a little deep. Break point.
For an insurance break, he already has one. It's 1-3. Agassi had wrist surgery at the end of 1993. He was operated on, the same guy who operated on Jimmy Connors' wrist. Did an excellent job, apparently. And in the end of 94, he was struggling. Then he won the Canadian Open at the end of 94. He went into the U.S. Open unseeded, as you've already mentioned, Fred, and won it. He beat 5 seeded players that year at the Open. For Agassi. He took out Pereira there, he took out Chang, he took out Muster, Martin, and Steek to win the Open 2 years ago.
First player to win it unseeded since 1966. Open court.
Who won it in 66, Fred?
I haven't got it in front of me.
Do you have any idea, Patrick, who won it in 66?
I was born that year, Cliff. Come on.
It was the fiery Fred Stolle. He's too modest to tell you.
Way to go, Fred.
Deuce.
Where's that guy gone, Cliff?
I'm heading up in the clouds with Luke. I'm just learning some new lingo. I'm going to go.
You're in the 90s now,
yeah.
Fred.
There's an annoying plane overhead, always is, seems to be around finals. Take some photographs. That's upsetting the players. It's a helicopter.
It's a funny looking plane there, Fred.
They did have them in 1966. I couldn't see it. I could only hear it.
Another break point for Agassi. Patrick, the only thing that Fred knows about the 90s is 94.1 here. It's an easy listening station, you know.
Meanwhile, Agassi have another break point to go up 2 breaks, just punishing Chang's second serve.
Third break point of this game.
Excuse me, Fred. That's the risk Chang takes by going for that big first.
I think he has to take that risk, though, because throughout their career, when they've played in the early stages, it was just the second serve that Andre used to just climb all over it. He's continued to do so, and Chang has improved his second serve, or I mean his first serve. He served at 57%, Chang. That's not too bad.
No, it's good. Good look at that pass, and then you're in a load of trouble, and Chang makes it look easy.
This is a must-win game for Chang. It's the longest game of the match so far. He's survived 3 break points. This one, the net cord helps him here, slows it down, lets him get set, and look at the depth and the angle he gets. Agassi coming into the net, can't reach it.
Incidentally, his last 2 serves have been up there at 116, 115. First serves, he missed that one. And Agassi just returns them easily. Doesn't do much good. in desperate trouble. And that double break would have probably been all that Agassi needed. But it didn't happen. Still one breaker serve for a set.
The Great American Insurance ATP champ.
Soon you'll be able to know immediately if statements like these are true. Mr. Gullible. ESPN News Network, the 24-hour sports news network from ESPN. Who else?
Three games to two. Andre Agassi with a breaker serve. Very nearly in his second break in that last serve game of Michael Chang. Hi, everybody. Cliff Drysdale, 1966 U.S. Open champ. Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
You're so modest.
Oh, yeah, really, yeah.
Did you beat a bunch of seeded players to win it that year? Who'd you take out in the final?
John David Newcomb in the final.
Well, that was then. This is now. We've got Michael Chang and Andre Agassi. Agassi serving up a break. He's checking the sun up there. There are clouds that protect him from that, aren't there, today, Patrick?
Well, actually, the sun's coming through a little bit now. So it's definitely, as he throws it up, you will see it a bit.
Now, we used to say about 4 or 5 years ago, how could you play a shot like that? Now it's patented, and he very rarely misses this. Look, good shoulder turn, eye on the ball, good solid swing. Look how he goes through that, though. He just drives through that, muscles that for the winner.
I'm also very interested in how many players hit the ball in the air now, Fred, because in truth, a decade ago, or 2 decades ago, that just didn't happen. Everybody was planted firmly on the ground.
Yeah, they just volleyed that one and then looked for the next one. Boy, that's serving.
That's 3 for Agassi. Chang's got a couple. Game point, Agassi. Mark your calendar, ESPN 2, boxing tonight, 9:30 p.m. USBA middleweight championship. That's Robert Allen. He takes on Derek Rowland in a 12-round bout tonight at 9:30, 6:30 out in California. Two for Agassi.
A little impatient on that occasion, Agassi, wanting to finish it quickly.
Sailing through this game, he's got game point.
3 aces. Chang, Agassi's had 3 as well.
With Agassi up a breaker serve, he'll serve leading 4-3.
Few messages first.
Rado, scratch-proof Swiss watches of lasting value. A joy to look at. A joy to wear. Rado, Switzerland. A different world.
So why did you leave AT&T?
I fell for the gimmicks.
And
I'm disappointed. I miss AT&T.
AT&T misses you too. So we're making it easy to come back.
Anything that makes my life easier, I'm for it.
How does up to 100 free AT&T minutes sound?
I like free minutes.
We'll send you AT&T long-distance certificates good for up to 100 free minutes, just for switching back to AT&T.
100 free minutes, I'm there.
There's more. Only AT&T customers can get AT&T True Reach Savings. Spend $25 a month and you save 25% to anyone, anytime, anywhere in the U.S. You're covered on every type of call on your AT&T phone bill.
What more could you ask for?
How about this? AT&T puts your savings in black and white.
What have I got to do to come back to you guys?
All you have to do is call 1-800-GET-TRUE, and you'll get up to 100 free AT&T minutes. So, what do you think?
I think we'll switch.
Good decision.
Thank you.
You know what to do.
That's your true choice, AT&T.
What's going on down there, Patrick?
Well, Doug Screen, the ATP Tour trainer, is working on Michael Chang's leg there. Looks like he's giving him a little massage. I don't know what the problem may be. It must just be a little sore, a little tight. Had that tough 3-set match last night with Thomas Enquist, which he pulled down, but he's obviously going to need to use those legs a lot because Andre Agassi is making him work. Yeah. He's got the break here, 4-3, about to serve with new balls.
Well, that's as Luke said last night. He really takes care of his feet and his legs, Michael Chang. He tapes both the ankles. He wears supports in his shoes. He wears 2 pairs of socks. He needs those wheels.
Remember, other than the end of 1989 when Chang injured a hip, him being injured at all. As you said, he takes care of himself very well. You can see there what he uses to make sure that his ankles don't hurt, doesn't go over on them. But he is very strong.
2 pairs of socks.
He's just about never injured, Fred. Although this year he said that Asian trip he did too much.
That's just too short, and when it's too short, it gets dealt with.
In the springtime, after the Lipton Championships, he went down, spent a long time down in Asia, which he does every year, but he caught the flu, and he never really caught up, and that hurt him, he says, at the French Championships and at Wimbledon. Now he's very much back.
Got the batteries recharged. On the line, a deliberate change of tactics here. This is the forehand in question. Agassi never moved. It's right on the line, actually slightly inside the line. Good camera work.
Well, Andre took a good look at that call. I think he's just trying to maybe get a call later on and go his way. Suddenly he's in trouble, down 2 break points. Chang's leg certainly doesn't seem to be bothering him as the crowd's getting into it down here.
Break point against Agassi's serve, so we're even at 4 games all.
Agassi stepped up to the plate on that forehand too, because it was a mishit shot from Chang. Agassi thought he could drill it down the line for the winner. Right on top of the tape. So after 34 minutes of play, we're all even. Total points won and lost. Chang's won 27, Agassi 25. Shows you how quick Michael Chang is. A couple of little steps to get himself in position. Little steps are the secret. You get little steps and you get yourself balanced to hit the ball. Big steps, then you get yourself out of position or get jammed.
30 low. Boy, have things changed here lately or what?
Well, Agassi has made 8 unforced errors on that forehand side, and he's only hit 4 forehand winners. Chang's hit 5 forehand winners and only 7 unforced errors in the match so far. That's been the slight difference.
$30-15.
Cat and mouse there. Agassi knew that Chang was going to run him down. He said, hey, I'm going to make you work pretty hard for this one, because he could have put the other volley away. There's the first one. Now he could have put this one away. He places it back in deep, knowing that Chang can't hit the winner. He barely gets it. What's this one? Come on, Michael, run. And Chang's going to chase him down as far as he can.
You know that. Cliff, you know you're not supposed to talk and think the point's over when Michael Chang's playing. He'll get everything back.
30-all.
That was good tactic there, because it brings it back to 30-all. Chang has to be a little bit puffed after that run. Big point now if Agassi can spring on a second serve. It's 4-all.
Chang might go cross-court. I think Agassi did as well. He went down the line, and this is game point for Chang.
That's the one thing that Agassi has to be careful of with Chang, because he runs him down. And look at this. This is high. Agassi really can't reach this one. Even if he's out there, it's pretty high up in the air, so he couldn't have got anything onto that. Chang would have run the next one down.
Game point, Chang.
Whoa. You're right, Cliff. I mean, Fred, excuse me. Michael Chang working very hard this game. He'd love to get a couple big first serves in here.
Yeah, a couple of cheapies.
Yeah, he was going for one. It's not that easy against Agassi's return.
It's not easy when you're tired either. Get up and get after that first serve.
It's not easy, even when you're not tired.
That was a good angle on that serve. Agassi second serve out wide. Served a couple of doubles. Agassi has yet to serve a double fault. Chang's committed 2 of them.
Game point, Chang.
For the big one cross court, but it sails long, and Chang is in front. And he hasn't been in front since the beginning of this match. 5-4 Chang on serve.
Sales are going down.
It depends on how you look at it.
The IRS is on the phone. The last thing you want to worry about now is paper jamming. So you want great white recycled content paper from Union Camp. It's as good for your business as it is for the environment. It's virtually worry-free because you've got enough to worry about.
That's one of our vice presidents having a bad day.
Great white, only from Union Camp. One less thing to worry about.
Well, look, 1987. Look at that face there. Much younger face, not as many lines on it as there are. Now, that's Cliff Drysdale. He got an award here that's called the Championship Medallion, the ATP Championship Medallion. Cliff Drysdale got that for services rendered to the game. He was president of the ATP a long while ago. Hasn't done much since then.
Oh, thanks, Fred. Tim Gullickson got it this week, by the way, in a very emotional ceremony on court Wednesday evening.
No, it's a big thrill to get that.
Rosemary Gullickson, his wife, was here, and Tom, his brother, was here to receive it.
Pete Sampras was on court during the presentation.
Big moment in this match now. Agassi is down for the first time in the match, and it's love 15. He's serving. Chang is 3 points from the set.
Oh, he missed it. He was wrong. That is a stroke of luck for Michael Chang. He waited and waited. Agassi kept it till the very last minute before striking that forehand. Chang would not have seen it. It hit right on top of the tape. Look at this. He holds it. He's waiting for Chang to make a move. Spanks it cross court. Hits the tape and bounces about 3 feet wide. Big chance now for Chang.
Second serve. That'll do it, and there are 3 set points for Chang.
Well, I know you like that play, Fred. Twice off second serves, Michael Chang takes it and is aggressive, comes to net, particularly at a 4-5 game, putting tremendous pressure on Andre. Now triple set point.
It's what he did to Sampras last year indoors on a carpet in Frankfurt and beat him in the semifinal of the World Championship.
He did last night to Enquist.
What do you think, Fred? Will he try it again here if he gets the second serve?
I think he should.
Why not? He's 2 for 2 so far.
Agassi's got to hit the winner. Oh, that's a well-played overhead. Boy, I tell you.
Yeah, he's hit it pretty high.
It threw it way up in the air with a lot of topspin. There's a slight breeze up there. You really have to have your timing down here on this one. Look, a good topspin lob way up. Look at Agassi get himself set here. Perfectly balanced. Very sure of himself on the overhead.
Still a set point. And he serves a great serve to get him back even. And this crowd understood from love 30 that Agassi was in trouble. I think they're pulling for him again. You know, they remember that he won it last year over Chang.
Chang's been in the final here 4 occasions. Won it twice.
got another one.
Agassi
had an easy
He
forehand.
hesitated, though, because it was a return of serve sort of popped up at him. Watch this. He hesitates. Now, this is the volley. This is the one that makes it tough to play that little volley against Michael Chang. You know you're going to... And that was a perfect shot from Chang directly at him. That's not unfair. Set point.
See him do that unless he's a little tired.
Or a little tight. Set point, he's got to be a little tight. He knows how important this is. He gets out and just doesn't do much with it. Comes underneath it. And he's upset that he didn't try and loop that one back. I think if he'd had that over, he'd have tried a two-handed back in
right,
three-quarter court again.
Tight maybe instead of tired. I think you maybe did right. Deuce. That's long now. Game point for Agassi. You know, if you don't watch this match, you read the result tomorrow morning and say, well, 6-4 first set or 7-5, well, big deal, you know. But I mean,
this had everything in it,
isn't it? He's just changed so quickly. Agassi gets the break. Looks like he's just going to sail with the first set. Suddenly, Chang breaks back and then has got, what was it, 4 set points.
Love 40.
It's great clutch serving by Andre there, particularly that deuce point. That was a great second serve out wide. It's gutsy to go for that. I'm feeling confident.
5-all first set.
Looking for the off forehand.
The Punisher, isn't that what your buddy Luke called?
Luke, yeah.
He punished that forehand, let me tell you. That thing was flying.
Love 15.
Match yesterday against Enquist, or last night against Enquist, Chang was serving between about 113 and 119 miles an hour consistently. Really did a good job on serve. And that's another thing that we haven't talked about much today. He's come from a night match into playing in the daytime, and Patrick will explain that after this. It is a big difference, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's much less time to recover. You figure by the time he finishes the match, gets home, has something to eat, has a massage, relaxes, he's going to get to bed late, then he's got to get himself up early the next morning to make sure he's practiced, warmed up, probably a little less sleep than he was used to. That's tough to come back from.
And a different look at the ball. The ball is plays a little differently, particularly at this level.
Particularly when it's coming off Andre Agassi's racket.
30-15. Game point, Chang.
But you're right, Fred. The conditions during the day are a little bit quicker. Usually the balls actually move through the air a little bit faster during the day, whereas at night sometimes it tends to be a little bit heavier, meaning the ball will travel through the air a little slower.
Good stuff.
Good technique on that volley from Agassi, and boy, he kept his eye on that one, just glued right to it. He knew how big that point was. Here's the forehand approach, rips it down the line. He looks for the forehand down the line. Chang can't get that one cross-court. Look at that. Under the ball slightly, keeps the head of the racket up, round about net high.
Agassi would have liked a call on that one, but he didn't get it.
Pretty close. He's appealing, pretty close. He's appealing to Norm Crist, the chair umpire.
It's a tight ball there, but he didn't seem to appeal too strongly. Lead you to think that it was probably good.
Yeah, it looked good to me on the replay.
So did that.
Chang holds on, and it is 6-5 first set. Agassi will serve to try to get into a tiebreak here, set one. It's been a seesaw first set, hasn't it?
The best tennis players in the world play on the ATP Tour. And like all great competitors, they disagree on just about everything. Which tournaments to play, surfaces, line calls, playing styles, even which language to argue in. But there is one thing they do agree on. The ball. The Penn ATP Tour ball. Bringing harmony to professional tennis.
Bob and Judith Akers looked forward to the day they could retire to a little business by the sea. No easy project to take on alone. Fortunately, a Dean Witter broker was there to help them chart the proper course.
Each individual's dream is unique. So too must be our solutions.
Now the Akers not only have a place they can call home, others can too.
Be back at 10.
We'll leave the light on. At Dean Witter.
We measure success one investor at a time.
ATP Stadium in Mason, Ohio is watching Michael Chang and Andre Agassi. Chang 3, Agassi 6 in this championship. And then the Sprint International, Lee Jansen trying to defend his title. That'll be at the Castle Pines Golf Club, Thursday, 4 p.m., 1 o'clock out in California, here on ESPN. PGA, by the way, which is going on this weekend, is not but, you know, Louisville's not but about an hour and a half's drive from here.
Yeah, very close.
So this is a major Super 9, Mercedes Super 9 event on the ATP Tour, and that, of course, is one of the Grand Slams of golf. Both of them do a lot for the economies of their areas, respectively.
You've got to have good wheels to run those two down from one side to the other. Agassi trying to stay in this first set to take it to a tiebreaker.
Like the point you just made there, Freddie, see Agassi maybe going for a little too much on that backhand.
Not very patient, wants to finish it quickly.
It's like that guy at your club who just gets everything back, and you just get so annoyed. Michael Chang, but he can do a lot more than just get it back.
That's an ace. 30-15. 109-mile-an-hour ace. He's not clipping them as hard as Chang is.
No. That's the same number of aces, 4 apiece.
Game point to get into a tiebreak. First set. obviously not the first tiebreak he's played, Fred, but with Agassi, if he gets up, he will very often just blow his opponent away. And sometimes if he gets down, he'll just go away.
Yeah.
So he plays a lot of short sets. Not this one. Game point. First to 7 points with a 2-point lead. That is what will win the tiebreak and the first set. They both have streaks going. Chang entering this final with a 14-match win streak, 2 tournament wins, Washington and Los Angeles. Agassi won the Olympic gold last week over Bruguera. He's got 10.
Stats have held up in this first set so far. Chang has been serving a little bit better than Agassi. When he gets the first serve in, he wins more points. Agassi's been returning a little bit better than Chang. He's winning more points on second serves.
That's 2 for Agassi in the tiebreak. It looked like he thought he got a bad bounce.
Yeah, it was a funny bounce there, Cliff. It kind of hopped up a little bit. Of course, very unusual on the hard court. I don't think Michael's going to be able to fix it. He's trying to do that like in play, but honestly, not happy. Here, see it here. Is Michael ready for it? And Paul just, look how it hops up so high. Let's get the court crew out here.
Thank you.
It would take a while.
Now, that was an overrule by Norm Christ.
No, he missed it.
It was an overrule.
That is wide. 2-1 Agassi, but on serve. Chang will serve 2 now.
Agassi's not too happy with that. He looks over at that line judge there who missed it because Chang said thank you for the overrule.
Actually, Agassi liked the line judge. He just didn't like the call from Norm Chris. There, their career tiebreak, 78-75, 92-75. Agassi's got a much better percentage.
He's just too quick. Yeah. Great point. Very well played by Michael Chang. Well thought out. And it starts off with this little slice backhand now. Agassi's got to stretch out there. He makes the volley, but he knows that Chang is just that fleet-footed. He was up there before that one bounced.
For Chang, he's won 3 in a row.
Another smart play. He sensed that Agassi was coming into the net, and he played this little slider. And this, again, is not Agassi's forte when he's got to play a slice one-handed backhand. He tries to guide it down the line just wide.
Agassi is just not comfortable at the net.
The net, exactly.
Now, he is an effective net player because he sets the point up so well with the ground strokes. It's a winner. They change hands with Chang having just won 4 straight points. Agassi started out with 2 in a row.
That was really Michael Chang at his best there, just scraping a few balls out. Here you see him digging a couple balls out. Finally, he sees one he can hit, and he takes it down the line. Look how early he takes it, knowing Agassi's on the other side. Loves that backhand down the line.
But it's set up because that little slice stays low, and Agassi has not been able to hit that one away for a winner.
Exactly, and also set up because he just can get so many balls back.
Agassi's beaten 2 top 5 players in the world this week, Felnikov and then Thomas Muster in the semis yesterday. He's trying to do it for a 3rd time. Chang's number 3 in the world. 4-3 Chang.
both these players, you can hear the crowd yelling, come on, Andre, come on, Michael. They're both very popular here.
Big points coming up on Chang's serve. Even at 4 games all.
Well, you guys talked about it at the top of the show that something's got to give today. Both guys on hot streaks. First set exactly 1 hour, and now 4 all in the tiebreak.
That is wide, and this puts Agassi in front now with his serve to follow.
That's a gutsy play from Agassi because he has had problems with that little slice backhand. He anticipated that little slice and was up there early. Look at this. So he could drive it rather than play the one-hander. This took Chang by surprise. He was hoping for a little slice backhand from Agassi. He teed off on it down the line. Chang misses the cross-court.
He got it. He's got 2 set points. He wins the first 2, loses the next 4, and now he's won 3 in a row.
That's what makes both these players champions. When the chips are down, they go with what they do best, and that is be aggressive. Agassi went after that one. Didn't just play it safe. Wanted the winner.
Has won the first set. It's taken 1 hour and 2 minutes to play that tiebreak set. The defending champion leads by 1 set to none. Can Michael Chang find a way to come back like he did in the first set? We will find out.
We started with a clean sheet of paper. I want to see the paperwork.
If you'll just sign on the dotted line.
Put pen to paper.
It's a funny thing. I want that in writing.
That's a total write-off.
The most advanced, sophisticated, high-tech businesses are all built...
Looks good on paper.
Looks good on paper.
Looks good on paper.
On paper.
Let's get it down on paper.
Which is why you should bring your business to Office Depot. We've got all you need, all for the best prices, guaranteed. In writing, on paper. Office Depot.
This is where I take care of business.
We were given the opportunity to pull together 55 different countries.
We came to MCI and said, we need connectivity.
Germany, Egypt,
Uruguay, Guam,
Switzerland and Sweden, Norway and Jamaica.
This was not a one-person effort.
The unique thing is coordinating that. We all looked at each other and said, wow, we just assembled this team from around the world.
The customers were just so incredibly pleased that they actually sent a letter saying what an outrageous success it was.
How does MCI serve American business? With people like these. That's how.
That's what they're playing for here, in addition to a sizable amount of prize money. That's not what's important. It's a Mercedes Super 9 title that they really want. Cincinnati is a great tennis area.
Beautiful piece of Waterford crystal, that though, isn't it? Put that on your mantelpiece.
Sure is. $320,000 to the winner. Finalists will take home $169,000. Got a couple of Hall of Famers here. Our buddy Tony Trabert and compadre. And Billy Talbot, also from the Cincinnati area. They have a wonderful, let's see, winner of the first set has won 14 of 16 meetings between these two. Have a great tennis program here. A lot of league players in Cincinnati. It is an outstanding tennis town with a long, long tennis history. They have a program here that's called Inner City Youth Tennis Opportunities.
We played a did a clinic the other day and played a pro-am
But
for
it's a great
the
program.
Mercedes people that sponsored that, yeah.
Exactly. They
68 inner-city kids involved with it.
They're going to take the inner city kids out to clubs around the city, and they have a waiting list for it, and they want to take it national. Hope it works. Sampras is this week's ATP Tour Sportsman of the Week. He was named to the American Cancer Society's Public Awareness Council, joining 16 other prominent Americans who have personal experience with cancer. His coach, Tim Gullickson, succumbing to cancer this year. Agassi wins the first game of the second set. Fans here in Cincinnati have come out in greater numbers than ever in the 18-year history of the tournament.
I cannot live another day without air conditioning.
Says tomorrow's going to be hotter.
Hotter?
Like yesterday.
Yesterday? Yesterday you said you'd call Sears.
I'll call today.
You call now.
I'll call now.
Now's the time to save on Sears installed central air conditioning. Get 0% finance charge, no billing, and no payments until November with the Sears Charge Home Improvement Plan. Call now for a free in-home estimate on a Kenmore air conditioning system. State-of-the-art engineering means greater energy efficiency. A new Kenmore could save 10 to 44% on your annual cooling costs. In time, even pay for itself. Sears also offers fast emergency installation, a 5-year warranty on parts and labor, plus our satisfaction guarantee. And you know Sears will be there to back it up. Get 0% finance charge, no billing, no payments until November. Offer ends August 31st, so call now and save with Sears.
So what's the paper say about tomorrow?
Another scorcher.
Cool.
Next up on the Mercedes Super 9 Tour is the Canadian Open. Live coverage there on ESPN and on ESPN2. It all begins on August the 19th. And tomorrow you can watch coverage of the Pilot Pen from New Haven. A lot of tennis coverage to come your way on ESPN still this summer. That's why Chang serving. He doesn't like the call. He's taken on Andre Agassi. He lost the first set in a tiebreak. Close one. Agassi was the first to break. Then Chang got back.
Can't tell. Can't tell which side.
Chang had 4 set points in the tiebreak and lost it.
See, Michael likes to work the umpire sometimes too. You know, we saw Andre do that earlier. Michael's got to get his say in.
Agassi's got to be pretty happy that he's got that first set under his belt, because he had the lead and then let it slip, then was down in the tiebreaker, came back.
Yeah, by the way, I said he had the 4 set points in the tiebreak. He had the first 4 set points in the set before the tiebreak. Love 15.
Agassi there. Chang never moved again. Again, this is what happens when you play one another so many times. You know exactly where that ball's going. That's what just makes the difference on the day. Who's there? Look, Chang is back there. He has not moved. You Agassi would come back there with that forehand, that inside-out forehand, and he just drilled it down the line for the winner.
Hey. 30-15, 7 Americans in the top 25 in the world. These two, who have both won tournaments. Agassi won the Lipton. Chang won Washington and LA. We've got Sampras, Lipton, Todd Martin, Richie Renneberg. Chang, of course, also won Indian Wells. The Newsweek, another Mercedes Super 9 event. Second set. What's your sense here, Patrick, at this stage? That first set was so hard to call.
Well, my sense is that Andre is feeling very much more relaxed. He looked like he was getting a little uptight at the end of the first set. As you guys said, he turned his game around, picked it up when he had to. Michael Chang, I mean, we know what he's going to do. He's going to keep fighting to the bitter end, and he's going to give everything he has. But I think Andre's just feeling a bit more relaxed. We'll probably see him go for a little bit more now.
One game more.
And that ball was definitely inside the line. I'm sitting right here. But no one else said anything, so let's keep playing.
This hit is long, and it's low 15. There's Patrick. I mean, he's sitting right on that serve.
Right here.
Yeah. Are you getting paid for line spinning as well?
I'm getting $1.50 an hour.
You're overpaid for a line spin.
I was going to say.
Definitely.
15 all.
Hey, I get free lunch too.
Amazing how Andre makes that high forehand look so easy. Difficult shot, but he just crushes it.
He gets over the top of it a little bit better than the other guys, doesn't he?
You're right, Fred. He gets over the top, and you know he's not afraid to just take a full swing at it. A lot of guys, when you get it up high, it's difficult to really go after it. Andre has no fear.
No fear with that one.
I was just going to say, speaking of no fear, love to get an early break here, Michael. Michael thinks it's wide. He said that's wide. What do you guys think? Let's see. You guys get
that mark is wide. I can't tell if that's the right.
He's upset about it.
Tough one, Norm. Chris, if he was going to overrule one, that one's right underneath him, so he must be pretty sure of the call. 40-30.
Well, I couldn't see it, so my wage just went down to an hour. To $1, I'm sorry.
That's still too much. Still too much. Game point. Looking good, Andre Agassi taking on Michael Chang. He won the first of the tiebreak. On serve in the second. No breaks yet in the second. Break time.
No one knows why they play Follow the Leader, but at least we know who they've been following. Sea-Doo, the best-selling boat in the world.
Your daughter has an American Express student card. She'll be able to get great deals on flights home.
It gives you more choices.
With that card, you can extend the pay. It's very flexible.
You're going to get a reward point for every dollar you spend.
Our senior member card has a lower fee.
It gives you some more options.
I'm sure we've got a card that'll work for you. Whoever you are, American Express helps you do more.
Continuing our 21 consecutive days of tennis coverage on ESPN. Next week, it's New Haven, Connecticut for the ATP Tour Pilot Pen International. All next week on ESPN and on ESPN2. Kafelnikov is the top seed. Richard Krajicek, Wimbledon champion, will be the number 2 seed. Kafelnikov, of course, the French Open champion. Jimmy Courier is going to be there. He gets a bye in the first round because he's the number 3 seed. And you've got Marcelo Rios. Haven't seen much of him in the summer yet.
No, we haven't. He's a
great player, so he'll be there. Ferreira, Piolin, Birch.
He's dirtballing over in Europe.
Yeah,
Rios.
he played pretty well out in Scottsdale, though, and also in Indian Wells, Marcelo Rios. So the match looks like so far. The unforced errors, Chang, they're 19, Agassi 13 to 20, and the winners. Well, Agassi's been the one that's been doing most of the hitting. He's been taking it to Chang.
Sampras is seeded to win the RCA championships in Indianapolis. That starts tomorrow there. I guess he will be there. He's in the same section actually with Sampras. So they could have a Sampras-Agassi semifinal there. Goran Ivanisevic is the number 2 seed. They have better ticket sales at the RCA this year than ever before.
All now. Chang does a good job of getting over the top of this. Doesn't quite hit it as flat as Agassi does when he gets over it. Leans on it.
That's a great shot on a very important point for Chang.
Yeah, again, it was Agassi's slice backhand. That one-handed backhand is not his strength, and there's nothing on this shot. Agassi has to guess. He guessed down the line. Chang had plenty of time to just play that little roll across court for 40-30.
Game point.
Unbelievable angle that Agassi got on that backhand, and it wasn't a slice backhand. He rolled this one. Then Chang, look where he is. He's nearly in the sideboards over there, the advertising signs.
It's really amazing for how he almost half volleys that shot for a complete winner. Doesn't back up. Stays right there.
Deuce.
Break point now for Agassi.
Look at this point before Agassi rolls this. Look at this. Beautiful. And inside, way outside the ball, skipping away from him. He's nearly into the sideboards there. And nearly a half volley as Cliff brushes up very quickly on that ball to get it up and over the net.
Second serve break point. I think you had the feeling going into that game that Agassi might be on a roll, didn't you?
Oh, I did. When he looked over at me after that game before and kind of shook his head like he's ready. And I think Michael Chang just feeling the brunt of his barrage right now, getting a little bit tired physically, maybe mentally even more, because Andre's just consistently pummeling the ball. And you saw Michael make a couple unforced errors in that game, very unusual. So now Andre's got to serve the break, 3-1 in the second.
That one sat on the top of the tape. had a look back, had a look over, and then went over. Love 15. This is an important game for Agassi here to consolidate here. He does that better than anybody. That's why I think he flattens that one out when he steps right over. He lets it bounce up shoulder high, but he drives through the ball a little bit more than does Chang. Chang comes from low to high more so than Agassi. He goes right through it.
15 all. Again, Chang attacking the second serve. It's a good play. You two already talked about it. And it worked again. 15-30.
He's got to break back right here, Chang, if he's to stay in this, I believe. Agassi at 4-1 would be freewheeling.
That's long. Break points for Chang. 2 chances.
He was all over the court, all over the baseline. Look how far he is. There's the first one. He struggles to get that one. Hustles back into the court. And that one just a little long.
Trouble for Agassi, and he is broken. So we're back on serve at 3-2. In the second set, Agassi leading, but Chang to serve. First set to Agassi.
Football fans, this is where the thrills start. In Sports Illustrated Spectacular Kickoff Kit. Get the NFL team video of your choice, any one of 30 teams, plus your choice of an official NFL Pledge Allegiance team t-shirt. Both the great shirt and video are free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated. Your free team video gives you an exciting look at your team's best to find out who's new and what's up for this season.
We're supposed to be here. Nobody wants us in the playoffs.
Your Pledge Allegiance team t-shirt is a great-looking way to show your team colors, no matter which team you choose. Both are free when you order 54 issues of Sports Illustrated for only $1.48 an issue. Save over 55% off the cover price. Use your credit card. Call now and kick off the season free with the team video and team t-shirt of your choice. A sports experience like no other. Sports Illustrated. Get into it.
From August 10th through the 18th, don't miss the champions of tennis at the Pilot Pen International. Kafelnikov, the French Open, a champion. Krajicek, Wimbledon, a champion. Plus some of the hottest players on the ATP Tour, including Malavia Washington, Wimbledon finalist, Jim Courier, Michael Stieck, Marc Rosset, Marcelo Rios, and many more. All at the Connecticut Tennis Center in New Haven. Just call 1-888-99-PILOT and reserve your seats today.
What's the right grip feel like? Should you use the same club on every chip shot? The answers are in Golf Digest. No matter how well you play, you'll find tips and advice that will dramatically improve your game. Guaranteed. Want to know where the slot is at the top of your backswing? Or if you're good enough to carry a 4-iron, subscribe to Golf Digest. 12 issues are only $19.77. You'll also get our video. Hit it longer and straighter, free.
Call 800-228-6000. That's 800-228-6000.
Very important point, this one, for Michael Chang. He knows he's lost the service break. He's got to get back. He has an opportunity here. And there's the deep shot from Agassi. Now the little slice back in. He's had success with this. Forces Agassi to play the slice. Now look at the room Chang has. He's gone down there so many times. Look at Agassi. He's looking for that one again. Chang's smart enough to realize he's done that a couple of times. Plays the slow roll cross court. Agassi gets to the volley, but hey, too quick is Chang on that one. Agassi knew he was dead as soon as he made the volley.
They had a very long match here in '93, won by Michael Chang. That was in the semi-final. Then Chang went on to win it that year. But he beat Chang in the final last year. Overall record, Agassi 10, Chang 6. So they traded breaks to serve the last 2 games. Low 15 in this game.
Chang's first serve percentages for the day have been terrible, just 44%. When he gets that first serve in, though, he wins 82% of the points. That's why he continues to go for it, just like that. Agassi, on the other hand, over the match, has got 65% of first serves in. He doesn't win as many first points, which means Chang is returning pretty well. Look at that one. He's got to go for the heater because of the way Agassi deals with that second serve.
Well, he'd deal with the first serve, too, if he didn't go for the heater. That's why he goes for it.
Exactly. Yep.
For Agassi.
Well, just as you said, Fred, Agassi attacking the second serve, putting Chang under constant pressure, and Chang starting to feel that pressure. Break point again for Agassi.
Is this a big first serve or what? Clipped the line. Agassi was looking for a cross court. And when he hit that forehand, it's not like he just sort of guided it down there. He punished it.
Look at this, the way he goes away from the ball. And that ball's sort of steering away from the forehand, the way he opened the shoulders, the way he struck that ball, but it made it right on the line.
You can see Agassi moving long before he hit it because he had to. Now game point for Chang. If Agassi's at the net, he's in a lot of trouble against Chang if he gives him a look at the pass.
Again, Chang just sits in the corner waiting for this one. He's only taken 2 steps, throws up that one, stays in that corner again, doesn't move. Look, there he is, hasn't had to run. You don't see him on camera. And then plays that half volley, sets it up. He knows then he is in the winning position.
Three games all first set at this time of the day under normal circumstances when the sun is out. Three games all in the second set. Did I say first set? First set, Agassi in the tiebreak.
Well, Fred, you said he stayed in the corner again, but that time it was the opposite corner. I mean, he must be inside Andre's head. That's right again.
He's unbelievable. I think he's one of the best thinkers that has played the game, Chang.
Because, well, I know Andre hit the inside out, the forehand inside out most of the time, so this time he must be thinking, well, I'm going to run over there, so I'll go here.
Step ahead of him. He shows him that he can do exactly the same thing.
Chang has the best topspin lob, though, don't you think, Fred?
Yeah. Well, I think he plays it, though, in a different way. Chang only plays that topspin lob when he has time to play it. I think you find Agassi sort of flicks a few more like that last one.
That's a great return. Still game point for Agassi. Who's the tougher of the two to play for you, Patrick?
Well, I would say Andre Agassi, simply because he doesn't give you any time at all. You feel like you're always on the run. He's always attacking you all over you. At least with Chang, you feel like you have a little more time. So then you die a slow death rather than a quick one.
Well, there's nothing quick about today's match. They are battling it out, ball for ball. Second set on serve.
What does your copier think of the paper you put in it?
Oh, good. He's coming to feed me. I'm starving. Oh, no. It's not great white paper. No, I'm really going to get in a jam.
Copiers worry about the paper you feed them, so Union Camp created Great White recycled content paper. It's virtually worry-free, so it's as good for your business as it is for the environment. Great White, only from Union Camp. One less thing to worry about.
He's got to change my diet.
Are we having a bad day?
This summer in Atlanta, one of the new events was surfing. With AT&T WorldNet service. Totally tubular. AT&T WorldNet makes it easy for anyone. This is most excellent to get on the internet and surf.
Excellento pimento.
Nothing but net.
Congratulations to her. She's a local. Actually, she lives in Kentucky. That's not just across the river from where we are here. We're on the Ohio side.
On the Wheaties box, too?
Yeah. Major League Soccer kicking off Thursday night, 9:30. ESPN 2. It's the San Jose Clash as they clash with the Kansas City Wiz. I love it. I hope that soccer stays here forever. I kind of missed it when that first effort at producing Major League Soccer did not work. Now, after the World Cup soccer here a few years ago, there is enthusiasm for probably the most widely watched international sport of all. Chang to serve. On serve. He's trailing 3-4 second set, and he lost the first. Big moment for him. Love can make that 15 love.
Expert linesman down here says yes. I think it was long.
And you're bucking out.
That one's long, so 15 all.
Well, Michael's brother Carl, who's also his coach, is whipping up some more fluids for him over there, a special little drink. So he must think this is going to go to 3. He's definitely hoping it is.
Maybe he needs to drink himself.
That will be long, and it's 15:30. He's going to need that drink, and he's going to need it pretty soon, because this is an anxious moment for him. There he is, brother, coach, fisherman.
Drink mixer, an extraordinaire. He's got it right at his feet there.
Practice partner. Big
Good
point
player,
here.
too.
Lightning strikes quickly here at this stage at 3-4. And it has right there. 2 break points now for Agassi to get out to 5-3.
Michael Chang of Chinese parents. Andre Agassi, in fact, he says he still feels like he's half Chinese. Look at this again.
Just set it all up with that huge return off the first serve.
Agassi looks really focused right here. He wants to finish this off.
It's long, still a break point for Agassi.
Well, Rich McKee, who looks after a lot of his business interests, he's got the plane ready. They fly to Indianapolis. They tell me it's a 32-minute flight up and down in a hurry.
Now a real chance for Andre. Second serve, break point.
That's long. Some whistles from the crowd. Brad Gilbert doesn't care for that call, but he's going to have to take it. He is Andre Agassi's coach. Agassi's first coach was his dad, Mike, who was an Olympic boxer for Iran. He's of Armenian descent.
Tough competitor out in the court too. Brad Gilbert turned 35. He's now eligible for the Connors Tour, the Senior Tour, Champions Tour as they call it. A lot of great players on that.
Deuce. Wide, so Michael Chang has come back and he's got game point. Down 2 breaks at 15:40 in this game.
It's probably the one area where Agassi isn't as strong as Chang, and that's on the run. He can't run as many balls down. Here, he gives a good effort, but just wide. Chang, a better scrambler.
Big comeback for Chang. 4 games all instead of 5-3, and Agassi a chance to serve for the match. 2 break points.
Big difference there. Remember that 15-40 point. This particular game, if Chang gets out of this set, it could be a big turning point. Oh, that's well done from both ends of the court. That was a fabulous half volley that Chang played. Very short, but you still got to bend down to play those shots, and Agassi hit him a dipping shot. What's this one again? Look how he bends down, plays that, and then Agassi finds the angle.
Yeah, good play from Chang. I think that Chang, as well, is a better improviser when he gets to the net than Agassi is.
Oh, his technique on the volley's better.
15 all. But he cannot match Agassi's power from the baseline or the effectiveness, in my opinion, of his return to serve. (30-15).
It's all done with stroke production, though, isn't it? Because Agassi takes it back and flattens it out as he goes through, and he tees off on those ones that are around about waist high. Even if it's at waist high, Michael Chang starts from down below, round about his knees, and comes up to his waist, which means he's brushing up slightly on the ball all the time.
That's exactly right, Fred, which means that Agassi hits the ball flatter, and flatter means harder. He's in front, 5-4, and he won the first in the title.
If you would please allow your eyes to wander to the middle section of the north court.
Wall Street Journal keeps you on the cutting edge with news and insights that can affect you personally and professionally. Subscribe now and have the Journal delivered to your home or office. And with your paid subscription, you'll also receive our free personal finance software to help you make smart decisions. Get 10 weeks of the Journal and the software for only $3.80 a week. Call now, 800-356-9800. That's 800-356-9800 for the Wall Street Journal.
I'm right here courtside. Andre Agassi looking to break right here to finish the match off as the crowd actually standing ovation right now for Amanda Borden, the gymnast that we just saw. Hometown girl, there she is. Crowd loves her here. Andre's just trying to focus his thoughts now. Put a lot of pressure on Andre's serve. I mean, on Michael's serve, excuse me, throughout the match. So he just needs one more break here to finish Chang up. But as we saw, Michael in the last game, he's going to stay in there. He's going to fight as much as he can. We know he's going to do that. Best competitor there is in tennis.
First set to Andre Agassi. He's one game away from winning this championship for the second straight year against the same man he beat last year, Michael Chang. But it depends on this game, and Chang is serving. Chang using that 1 inch longer Prince racket. They've just about all come out with longer rackets these days. Agassi uses the head radical.
You can look for Agassi to try and jump on a couple here if he gets a good look at a second serve. As Patrick mentioned, a lot of pressure on the Chang serve because Agassi is that 1 point, 1 game in front here, and that's an advantage in my opinion. He spanks that one even as quick as Chang is. He can't get a racket on it.
But actually Chang anticipated where he was going, still couldn't get there.
Chang doesn't like that tennis ball. He's getting like Ivanisevic.
He said it's got a bunch of stuff on it. What kind of stuff it was, man.
That will go long, 30-15. A reminder, where she just joined us, that Michael Chang has not lost a match since he lost his match at Wimbledon. Andre Agassi, he lost in Washington, D.C. early, but he won the Olympic gold medal for the USA.
It's 30-all now.
He got a bit surprised he couldn't recover quickly enough to get his 2 hands on this one. There it is. Tried to come under that. It wasn't even a drop shot. It was just something that he was trying to place safely into the court. He scampers for this one, and then he just can't get himself set to play the 2-hander.
Amazing stuff. I mean, that was 113-mile-an-hour first serve, and he clipped it back like it was nothing.
He has done right throughout this game. He's been standing inside the baseline to return serve here, and he had a good look at that passing shot. Found the angle on the forehand.
suddenly. Andre Agassi, a winner. Sampras, Muster, Kafelnikov, Ivanisevic, Courier, Enquist, they all showed. Chang as well. There's one left standing. He's won it 2 in a row. Andre Agassi, the winner.
Bring it on!
Burks is having a career year and should take Comeback Player of the Year honors. But Chipper and the Braves aren't about to let the Rockies forget who the champs are. The Rockies Braves, the Sunday night baseball game of the week, tonight at 8 on ESPN.
Later on SportsCenter, Russ Cochran tries to hold on to win the PGA Championship. A broken collarbone can't keep Dale Earnhardt off the road. Monica Seles gets primed for the U.S. Open. Highlights and much more on SportsCenter at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Northwest Airlines can take you as far away and bring you as close to home as any airline on Earth.
Some people just know how to fly.
Today's tennis has been brought to you by Mercedes-Benz, sponsor of the 1996 ATP Tour. A tribute to the ATP Championship, sold-out crowds. Paul Floyd, tournament director, did an outstanding job. Andre Agassi, a winner again. That's 2 years in a row now. Won the first set in the tiebreak and then 6-4 in the second. Straight set win over the number 3 player in the world, Michael Chang. Tomorrow we'll continue our tennis on ESPN. The Pilot Pen International, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It all begins. Kafelnikov, French Open champ, and Krajicek, Wimbledon champ, will be there. For Agassi, a great week, Fred.
Came here on a mission, Cliff, and that mission after the Olympics, after the gold medal, he took out Kafelnikov, then Muster in the big one, and then the final today.
Patrick McEnroe, your compadre, did himself proud this week, didn't he?
Oh, we questioned it all week. Was his motivation there? I think he answered it emphatically. Andre Agassi is back.
Agassi had an outstanding summer of tennis last year on ESPN. Things look to be the same for him this year. We'll find out as we continue watching this great summer of tennis. Coming up next on ESPN, please stay tuned for SportsCenter. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Fred Stolle and Patrick McEnroe, I'm Cliff Drysdale. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Bye from the ATP in Cincinnati.
Coming up on SportsCenter, Tom Watson has his eye on some PGA hardware with Russ.
My next guest is a Grammy-winning singer and songwriter who's also an actor. You can see him in the blockbuster movie Independence Day. This is his new CD. He's got everything happening. Star Turtle, it's called. Before he sings, I'm going to bring him out, talk to him a little bit. Please welcome our old friend, Harry Connick, Jr.
You know, hello everyone. You know, thank you. I don't know what's the big deal about this Secret Service treatment. I have a representative here as well.
Really?
Mr. Bob Hurst on the bass is my own personal Secret Service.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, we got.
He's my Tonight Show affiliate.
Right, representative?
He has trained for 14 years for that gig. I got him every place I go, I got a person.
That's right, yeah. He cracked. Hey, congrats. You know, I was thinking about this the other day. I met when you were dating. I met you when you were dating Jill. Then you got married, and now you're a dad. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What is the baby's name? Georgia?
Georgia. Thank you. Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful girl. Very happy baby. You showed me those pictures.
Yeah, she's really happy.
Yeah, she looks like she's having a great time.
Yeah, that's the drugs we put in her.
Stop.
But it gets a great response. She just laughs all the time, you know. It's excellent. When she gets old enough, I'm going to get her to wax my board.
Now, are you a domestic kind of guy?
Oh, yeah.
Do you help out? You do the whole thing?
I cut the grass and go shopping. We were in the shopping mall, the grocery store the other day, and there's a woman in the aisle, and me and Jill come around the back corner of the aisle, and this is a true story. She's standing there checking out the air room fresheners, which is cool, but she's got her arm up in the air, spraying them on her arm. And then she's smelling them like that. You know, you could smell it 10 aisles away. We stood there and watched her check 5 different fragrances. So Jill is on the ground laughing. It's hilarious. Well, right across the aisle from her was the carpet cleaner, and I wanted to get a good chuckle out of Jill, so I picked up a carpet cleaner and sprayed it all the way down my arm. But it was that foaming kind, and it started to burn like fire. So, but we do our own shopping. Yeah, it's really not funny at all, is the thing. It's really not, nothing in my life is extraordinary.
No, that's those little domestic things that happen.
It's those things that happen all the time.
Moments that make it, sure.
Exactly.
Sure. And you're in the hit movie this summer, Independence Day. Now, did you know when you were doing this thing it was going to go through the roof, or did it just seem like...
Well, let's establish, first of all, that my contribution to the picture is what made it such a hit.
True.
I was there all of 3 days.
Yeah. 3 days, that's all you worked?
I mean, I was not in this movie at all. They called, I think Matthew Perry was supposed to do it, and he couldn't do it. So they called me up and said, you want to do it? And I read the script. I said, this looks like a fun movie. So they flew me out to Utah, and then I said, who knows what's going to happen to it? And it's like this huge movie. But I'm really in it about that much.
Well, that's great. Now, so you got the actor, musician, father. Any other careers you're thinking about? What would you like to do, assuming... you move on to the next.
I would like to be in television, but I would like to be on Dateline as one of the news correspondents. I would like to change my name to Brick Steelhead.
Brick Steelhead?
Can I use this camera? You know how when them dudes turn around, they give them the music, and they always do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dateline NBC. Brick Steelhead.
And I've been practicing... Thank you, yeah. I've been practicing the inflection. Okay, you ready?
We talked to officials about what they said. We said.
I got it.
You know what my favorite thing they always do? My favorite thing, and they do this on every, whether it's CBS, Dateline, 60 Minutes, every dream turns into a nightmare. The dream trip that ended.
That's not funny at all.
A night. Well, I know, but everything is always a nightmare. It's anything. They walk through the school, ended, and it's always a nightmare.
Oh yeah, it's unbelievable. And like when in the Olympics, when the girl busted her ankle coming off that wooden thing, she was like, and they haul her away in the stretcher. My man is like, take care of her, guys. Come on, you know what I'm saying? I was in Canada doing another movie. And this guy says, do Americans think that they're the greatest athletes in the world? Because they're like,
Lilia Potoskiva scored a 2.9 on the balance beam,
and Kerry Strug scored a 1.7. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I didn't even know there were other countries involved.
I swear on my life, man, there's about 20 of those sports that I know I could do. I know I could be a gymnast.
Yes.
I know it.
Will you do that next time you come out here?
Oh, yeah, I want a whole setup.
We will set it up. You will get your chance. I guarantee you. You going to do a song when we come back?
Yeah, the first single.
Mo and Harry right after
In the beginning was the ordinary battery. Then came the long-lasting Duracell battery. And now, The next leap forward. Introducing Duracell Power Check, the only battery with a fuel gauge, so you can see how much power it has, anytime, anywhere. New Duracell Power Check, the world's most advanced battery.
Look, they might not say, Mom, what a great meal, but, you know. You just know. I don't know what it is. Everybody just likes this dressing.
Hidden Valley salad dressing. Honest to goodness.
From Hidden Valley, where nature's gifts are bountiful, a new Italian Parmesan bursting with goodness. It's loaded with real aged Parmesan and zesty Italian spices. New Italian Parmesan. Good things grow in Hidden Valley.
Can a stick of gum break the ice?
It would have to be an unusual stick of gum.
Icebreakers. Taste it.
Woo.
Wow. Woo. It's a delicious minty explosion.
My breath feels a lot fresher.
It's because of these tiny mint capsules.
Where?
There, right there.
I see them. Do you see them?
They release these special breath fresheners.
Breath fresheners in a gum.
Wow. Wow. It's all because of the capsule. Cool. Icebreaker. Icebreakers gum for the ultimate fresh breath. It really breaks the ice. I'm ready for love.
Ready, Dad? When the game starts this early, you need real coffee. Folgers Coffee Singles. Real mountain-grown coffee and a real coffee filter for one freshly brewed cup. Folgers Coffee Singles, because real coffee makes real good mornings.
Dr. Scholl's Odor Destroyers destroys odors 2 times better than Odor Eater's foot powder. So try Dr. Scholl's.
NBC Must-See Wednesday with Wings has become television's newest hotspot.
I'll have a blueberry scone and a spot of tea.
Meet Helen's special guest, the Mystery Mad Woman. She's back.
She was the one in Istanbul.
And Larroquette on his new night delivers the performance of his career. Wings and Larroquette now on NBC Must-See Wednesday.
It takes a whole lot more these days to make your house a home. So much more. More than just a place to stay, a place to call your own. And up at the heart of it, we find that we're a part of it. Being there with you, doing all the things we do. So much more, and more. We do more for you at our event. And more. We do more for you at our event.
Ready. Here he is singing a song from the new CD, Star Turtle, Harry Connick Jr.
All right now. Well, the city don't even matter. I could be anywhere. I don't care. There's a whole lot of hard-working people that can take my place. And it's easy to leave when nobody knows your face. Just close your eyes. Close your eyes. You can hear me in the harmony. Well, I came up in New Orleans, fixing what I could find to peace my mind. I gave what I had to the winners just to get along. But it's really hard to sing when nobody hears your song. Just close your eyes. Close your eyes. You can hear me in the harmony. Come on, y'all, put your hands together like that. I thought I learned from getting burned. I bought a suit of armor and a silver cane. I found a little man who'd be proud of me. back to my pain. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll keep on living. One day they'll ask for me, I'll be free. Oh, and if there's a heaven, I'll be ready for my life to begin. But I wonder if I call, if they're gonna let me in. Open your eyes, you can hear me in the harmony. Say it again, you can hear me in the harmony. Yeah, you can hear me in the harmony. I like it well, you can hear me in the harmony. You can hear me in the harmony.
Thank you, Harry. We're right back with Kim Wayans right after this. Thank you.
Coincidence or conspiracy? There's evidence they may be clones. Each Jamie has 2 eyebrows. Oh. Each has top and bottom teeth. And look, they all enjoy beverages. Coincidence or conspiracy? Next week, the cats and dogs of NBC. Are they sending messages to your pets?
The Good Dr. Crane is back in session with an all-new Frasier right now on NBC.